There's still time to get half off your registration price at Equip. Use Brian's special link in the description.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging with you guys, and good morning. Well, hey, it is beautiful Monday morning, and we are pretty much ready to rock and roll down to Equip Expo 2024. I was just looking at my phone here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the Equip Expo is finally here. We're ready to rock and roll. It is going to be a crazy busy week, and I can't wait to see all of you guys there. That being said, we got to keep the plate spinning back at home, both with everything that I do for my life, for example, right? We've got podcasts that we still want to make sure that go out, YouTube videos that we still want to make available to you guys Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Brian's on Maintenance YouTube. And then also, we have to make sure that we're still bidding and pricing our commercial work, our snow work, and the clients that are still waiting on those quotes and bids and estimates that we're still looking to just keep the plate spinning. Like I said, we don't want anything to fall off, while we're out of town here for the next week or so. And so what I wanted to talk about for just a couple quick minutes, this is all in the last 72 hours, some things that are coming down the pike for my company that I think would be just great lessons that I could share with you guys about the timeliness of your response to a client, the listening to what a client needs, and then also just getting your foot in the door with another client, which for us, these are those three examples I want to talk to you for a quick minute. And those are three different commercial accounts. And I'm hoping to lock all three down for not only the commercial snow, which is going to be awesome, but also hopefully that extends into the commercial maintenance contract, obviously, for next spring. And so let's just talk preliminary numbers. Probably a good 10 to 12 grand for the snow account for each of the three sites. And that's an easily double up on the lawn and landscape contract the following year. So just since Thursday, Friday, last week, we had basically about $60,000 to $75,000 worth of work, potential work, right, come across our desk through our email submission form, actually on our website through my brother Adam with Branded Bull. So really pumped up about that. People are like, hey man, 2, 3, 4 grand, what's the best you can do with that to reinvest into your business? I'm like, hey, employees, training and education, postcard marketing, and of course a good quality website. Well, there's your soft lob and pitch for, getting your website redone this fall and winter with Branded Bull. A lot of you guys know Adam. Adam's going to be at Equip Expo as well. So make sure you guys swing on by, check out their booth, give him a high five, give him a fist bump. He's going to be there. Lauren's husband, Packy, is going to be there as well. And Lauren's going to be back at home helping Adam's wife, Sarah, take care of their newborn baby. And Adam's going on the road. They got like a 3-week-old baby. So it's so awesome seeing them chase down their dreams. And Adam and I have been talking so much about Branded Bull because we're going to be going on the circuit with Mr. Mark Bradley for those mastermind summits this fall. And man, it is busy with all of that, as you guys can imagine. So shout out to Adam with the website. I'm so glad we made that investment, maybe 18 months ago, a couple grand. It's paying huge dividends and really giving us the business card on the web to really attract these kind of commercial accounts. There's no doubt in my mind that if we didn't have a quality website, that we wouldn't have gotten these leads. And twofold, right? Twofold, as you guys can imagine. Then we're going to hear from today's show sponsors. One, what if I didn't have a website? Would I have gotten these, right? That's question number one. Question number two is, how many of these have slipped through the cracks over the last, let's just say 10 years, that because I didn't answer the phone or I didn't have a good quality website to capture that lead submission form, did I leave on the table, right? Like how crazy would it be to think that there's not 10 times the amount of sites that have fell through the cracks in our local market that could have been 20, let's say on average, $20,000 commercial sites. And that's $250,000 to $500,000 worth of business that we let fall through the cracks because we didn't have a quality website. I'm not here to sell you guys on anything. I'm not here to convince you guys on anything. Please know that. I'm just here to think out loud with my own business. I'm like, damn, if we got 3 calls just last week on Thursday and Friday, and those accounts are worth $75,000, well, what's 10x that? $750,000. What's 20x that? $1.5 million. And I'm like, being cheap by not having a $3,000, $2,000 website. I'm just talking out loud. I'm not here to convince you guys to go with Adam or Lauren with Branded Bull. I'm just thinking out loud to myself, man, Glad I invested now. Glad I didn't wait. And it's just like anything in life. When's the best time to plant a tree? 5 years ago. Okay, well, didn't do that. What's the next best time to plant a tree? Well, today. Amen. So there's your, your soft pitch for Brandon, Bull, and Adam today, and just something that's on my mind. So I do want to talk just these 3 little quick stories here. I think this is really timely to help you guys with one of the questions I get the most. Let me rephrase it this way. One of the questions I get the most is, how do I get new commercial accounts? How do we get new commercial leads? And for some, it seems like an enigma, but for others, you just realize it's a long game, right? You have to have some offensive marketing. You have to have some postcards, some yard signs, maybe some door knocking. Maybe you put up yard signs on those tech drives. You just have to have a good quality web presence where you're getting some good SEO ranked with good quality reviews and a good quality website that looks like you would handle their type of sites in your videos, your photos, and your website. Caleb Allman has a great line. You get more of what you share, more of what you post about. And if you're always doing a $3,000 residential yard enhancement, landscape enhancement, well, then a commercial account's going to look at that and say, okay, these are residential landscape guys. But if you have nothing but fleets of trucks and Isuzus, or for God forsake, you just have your one strip mall that you do, take photos and videos of that one strip mall and let folks know we do commercial site maintenance, and let that compound for 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years. And your portfolio, your fingerprints, your footprint out online and on social and on your website will start looking like that you fit the bill and fit the mold. And then you'll start getting more sites just like that. And then that's how that compounds into you having 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 commercial sites and doing, $100 grand, $200 grand, $500 grand, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million in a short bit of time, right? There's no other secret. Like, it's just hard work, consistency, over time, letting it compound. The same way you build residential route density is the same way you build commercial route density. All right. There's no secrets there. But these 3 stories I think are really helpful, really timely, and maybe it can help you guys also secure some commercial work as well. And so that's what's going to be a little bit of the theme today. And again, this hopefully can translate and parlay to not only commercial work, but residential, or not only commercial landscape work, but commercial snow work, right? And vice versa. So that being said, a lot of words. We got a lot going on here. I'm going to take a good old sip of the Coca-Cola, I guess, today, actually. Liz got some Wendy's for us. I absolutely love the 10-piece nugget meal. Wendy's French fries are probably second to McDonald's French fries, but in terms of like hot, fresh, and crispy, can we all just be in agreement that Wendy's pretty much takes the cake in terms of like guaranteed fresh? I think that's actually one of their shticks, is like guaranteed fresh fries. And the local Wendy's around here does a really, really good job. So we're always, binging on a 10-piece nugget meal at least every week or two. And, hey, whatever. That's what's fitting our schedule today for lunch. And that's where we're going to take it. And I'm going to eat those 10-piece chicken nuggets with some barbecue sauce right now. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, let's hear from today's show announcements and hear from today's show sponsors. And then we're going to come right on back.
This is your invitation to L'Entrepreneur Academy Live 2024 on November 2nd in Novi, Michigan. Prepare for a dynamic day filled with expert sessions on cash flow management, business automation, client retention, marketing strategies, and more. Our stellar lineup of speakers includes Sam Rankin, Pat Murray, Ken Deemer, Brian Fullerton, Sam Gemble, Mark Bradley, Jeff Joyner. Connect with industry peers, win fantastic giveaways, and elevate your business. Don't miss our Friday night mixer for some great networking and fun. Enhance your experience with our exclusive Sunday masterclass sessions on November 3rd, featuring Jeff Joyner, Mark Bradley, and Sam Gemble. These intensive 3-hour classes are limited to 20 seats each, offering you tailored advice from the pros.
Secure your tickets now at l'entrepreneuracademy.com or by using the link in the podcast description.
This is your opportunity to grow and network with the best in the industry.
Visit l'entrepreneuracademy.com now, and we'll see you in November at LAL Live.
We wanted to take a quick minute to introduce you to some exciting news from LMN. They've recently announced new tiers and pricing for their world-class software, making it more accessible for companies on the grow. LMN Starter is only $297 a month and provides all the essential tools you need to grow. From building your company budget to taking control of your estimating, streamlining your invoicing, and taking the guesswork out of how to price your work, LMN is here to help create a predictable and profitable business. If you're running revenues from $250,000 to $500,000 or more, then it's time to invest in software to meet your growing business needs that was designed by landscapers for landscapers. Mention code Brian when you sign up to receive the white glove, one-on-one onboarding experience and lock in the best pricing available. Take control of your future today with LMN.
All right, guys, well, let's hop into it here for just a couple of quick minutes. Wanted to break down these 3 commercial sites, and this hopefully can just be analogous to helping you guys get some commercial sites of your own. Maybe you can take a couple lessons here and just some observation about what happened to just work and luck out for us, quote unquote. A little bit of skill, a little bit of luck, right? Of course, I always recognize Lady Luck in anything in my life and business. But that being said, here's just a couple quick valuable lessons learned. Number 1, commercial site number 1, machine shop, big parking lot, a lot of turf. This could turn into a good one for us. The email submission form that came through was, hey, we are looking for a final round of fertilizer. We're looking to get our beds de-weeded and trimmed down. And we're looking for the irrigation blowouts. We are finishing up with our maintenance provider. They don't do these services. They let these services go. Would you guys be able to help us out? And I think, and don't quote me, but I think either on the submission form it said, hey, we're also looking for a snow quote. Well, quick, timely, you don't turn around. I have said many a times before, the number one thing that I try to do with all my commercial sites is, at least answer them via email within an hour or less to stop them from talking to other commercial folks, right? It's really easy when they're only taking out one bid and it's you and you just submit it and they just want to solve that problem for sure. But when they go and call 5 more local folks in town, then they got to cross compare 3 bids, which they're going to, bid against you anyway, or they're going to take multiple bids anyway. But the less chance I can have of that whole conversation and process even happening, the better. So I get back with them, say, hey, we're your guy. Feel free to stop emailing folks. We're going to take care of this for you. That's literally what I say. And I get them a quote as soon as possible. Well, the point of the first thing is that sometimes you might have to just get a base hit before you can get a triple or a home run, right? And so really simply, I'm looking at this that comes through and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to sub that fert out to Bedell. I'm going to sub the irrigation out to Bedell, and then I'll go knock down some weeds for, $300. Is this like really worth my time, headache, or, attention or focus or money, right? Maybe not, right? So here's the first thing I'll say is that sometimes you got to get a base hit. You got to get your foot in the door. And so I emailed the lady back. Yes, we can do this, this, and this. After I emailed Bedell and said, hey, can you still get an irrigation in? Can you still get another round of fert in? He's like, yeah, dude, I got your back. No problem. And so I emailed them back. Hey, we'll take care of these 3 services for you. And we'll make some money on the weeding and all that mess. And that's fine. But hey, what do you guys need for snow? What do you guys need for lawn? And so, oh yeah, we absolutely need a quote for commercial snow. Please send one over. And so we sent them both a per push and a seasonal contract for snow. And I think the contract was between 11 and 13 grand. Most of our commercial sites kind of fit this sweet spot. 1 to 2 acre site, 100, 200 feet of sidewalk, bulk ton, 30 visits, and ice melt, 1 bag or so per visit, 30 bags. Most of them with that snow pricing calculator that we have at Entrepreneur Academy, which so many of you guys have been scooping up. I can put together my snow quote in, 4 minutes, let alone obviously now using LMN, copy and pasting templates. I can kick out a snow quote in 5 to 10 minutes, as long as I'm just paying attention to my P's and Q's and switching a couple values around, and boom, it's submitted. Like, I'm really hoping that as we go into next year's spring, I get to copy and paste last year's bids and just raise them up 3 to 5% based on inflation. And we can go through a whole bidding site process in, an hour or 2 or a day versus a week or a month, like I did the last couple of years, printing out paper contracts year over year, end over end, just, bleeding my fingers dry, right? So number 1, some of you guys might say, well, how do I get these big commercial accounts? It might be something as simple as, can you guys trim the bushes? Can you guys do a round of fertilizer? Do you guys do an irrigation blowout? And, whether that turns into a Mac Daddy $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 account, who knows? I can't promise that. But it's just like anything in life. You don't meet a girl on day 1 and try to get married. You just try to get the second date, as long as there's chemistry, right? You just try to get to the second date. And the second date, what are you trying to do? Just secure the third date. Some of you younger guys are taking notes. It's just date to date. Don't leave a meeting without having another time on your calendar to get back with a client or your girlfriend. Right? So that's what actually works for me in my marriage. And that's what's working for us getting our commercial accounts. Let's keep it going really quick. And I'm going to keep these episodes a little bit shorter because I know a lot of us are headed on to Equip Expo or at Equip Expo. So I'm fully expecting, a third of the industry to be there and, not everybody listening to the show. But for any of you guys that are staying back, doing some cleanups or your last mows or some last minute landscape installs, I'm with you, man. Hopefully you're making some money and, put pad stats for the winter fund, if you will. Number 2, listening well with a client. Had another person call, commercial account, awesome dude. He said, hey, we're looking to get a commercial snow bid. I haven't been impressed with our previous provider from last year. Not only did they not plow the parking lot by the time our employees were arriving at 7 a.m., they'd actually still come at 9, 10, 11, 12 after we self-performed, and they would do a little tidy up cleanup job and then still charge us for a base rate. And I don't like that. They were very non-responsive. I'm not impressed with anything that they're doing. Do you guys have better response times? What can you guys guarantee me for service? And also, like, this company was located like 30 or 40 minutes away. I said, we're like 7 minutes down the road in your backyard, literally. And I just did a good job listening. I'm not here to like brag on myself. It's just sometimes we all are just go, go, go. When you pick up that phone, you got to tell the kids, be quiet. Daddy's not here. Wife, just hold the kids, for a second. I'm not here. Guys, employees, team, whatever. I'm on a site doing a landscape job. No interruptions, nothing. You need to go into the car, shut the door, turn the deadbolt on the key, on whatever it is that you're in, and just let a tunnel vision approach so you can listen to the client. I know it's an obvious thing, but how many of us feel like we've mastered the art of listening? I'm telling you, I am still trying to get better at it every day. It's to keep the main thing, or keep the important thing, right? So when this guy's calling, I'm taking notes mentally. I need to get better at taking them physically and say, yes, yep, understood. Yes, what else? Help me, tell me more. What else here? How'd you feel about that? How'd this go? Right? And I lucked out by just saying the right things at the right time. Now, there's a skill set here. I didn't, it's not like 99% luck here. It was just a good cohesive chemistry conversation where him and I were connecting. We were vibing. It was good. You could just tell he was interested, not trying to beat around the bush. I said, dude, we can do this for you. This isn't a big deal. Your site's literally across the street from another site that I do. We'd be more than happy to take you on as a client. I'm a bad poker player. I always say we're hungry to grow. We'd be more than happy to get you a competitive price. I can tell you that as long as the snow doesn't end at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday and you guys are in at 7 a.m., other than that, we're guaranteed to have your parking lot done by 6, 7 a.m. as long as the snow ends by, 5 to 8 hours beforehand. I said, if it finishes snowing at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday, right when you guys are all rolling in, obviously I'm going to be able to get you guys lanes, and then I'll be able to come on back after hours after 5, and we'll plow the whole parking lot, and things will look great. So no worries there. But yes, we are 24/7 when it's snowing. Yes, we're not bankers hours 9 to 5 with our plowing deployment and how we roll out. And that's what the guy was asking. Like, how on top of it are you guys? Now, twofold. One, that's what I promised. Number 2, better customer service on the back end for when we drop the ball. That's what I would imagine you guys listening in could struggle with, just like I have struggled with, right? Because how do you guarantee that you can have the parking lot done at 7 a.m. when it stops snowing at 7 a.m.? Well, welcome to the apology tour, and you better be really good at customer service and salvaging these events. Every single snow provider deals with this, whether they want to admit it or not. The bigger my business gets and the more buddies that I talk to and the more the big guys I talk to, they say, yeah, we messed up. Yeah, we effed up. Yeah, we dropped the ball. We're all doing our best. And the only reason I say that is because last year, no joke, every single snowstorm, all 5 that we had, landed at 7 to 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. Everybody's coming to work. All the trucks are coming on in. Semis getting trucks. We're plowing lanes, dealing with flooded traffic. The highways are all gutted up. The side roads are gutted up. It was just brutal. It was the worst winter we had. Not only with just wet slush snowstorms and hard pack, you just couldn't salt this crap away. And then like 4 days later, every time it'd be like minus 10 degrees. And it sucked. And there's only so much you can do. It was the worst winter. Like, not only all of that, we didn't get enough snow to really like make a bunch of money. So now like you got pissed off customers, you got horrible conditions, you didn't really make any money, and all you did was get yelled at for 4.5 months. Real talk. Is that okay to say out loud on a podcast? Can anybody relate? Like, you do the best you can, but when you got circumstances like that, you can only do so much. So mastering the apology, hey, managing expectations. We are going to be making lanes. One thing my company and what we're going to be doing this year, and Liz is going to head up a lot of this, is by the end of October, first week of November, after Quip and LAL and all that craziness, we're going to be making sure that we have a newsletter for our active clients and communicate during the before the snowstorm, during the snowstorm, after the snowstorm, a day after the snowstorm. Like, what's the attack plan? Hey, we're noticing 3 to 6 inches is coming through. Please know that it's going to stop at midnight. Your site should be pretty much ready to go by 7 a.m. If you have any issues, call us. Hey, we're tracking the next snowstorm is going to be finishing at 7 a.m. on Wednesday. Please know that we will make accommodations to pre-treat the parking lots. Just because that you see snow on the ground or an inch or two of snow on the ground doesn't mean that we didn't pre-treat with bulk salt or already do a scrape before your team was there. Please know that we're actively monitoring all sites. We'll do our best to plow lanes to give not only the employees access, but also for deliveries and semi-trucks. We'll also be able to apply bulk salt during the day. So please note that you might see some additional charges for salt. We'll do our best to manage the site during an active snowstorm as the 6 inches rolls through over the 24-inch span. Crews will be working around the clock to restore us access. Thank you for your patience and understanding. We know this is going to be a doozy. Let's all work together. Right? Like some email like that. That's literally what we're going to be sending. And then after the fact, hey, we know that areas might have been missed on your site or, whatever. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to make your site look better. Also, we know that a lot of deliveries and inventory and employees parking has all shifted in the last 24 hours. If there's additional lanes that we can come up and do a touch up for, please let us know in advance as we continue to make site checks regardless. Right? Like that conversation of pre, during, and post conversation is what we're going to be doing to manage expectations, okay? So, number one, get your foot in the door. That's, take a base hit. Number two, slow down the speed up. Be a good listener. This guy said, hey, I'm absolutely interested in snow, salt, ice melt, sidewalk shoveling, the whole deal. I said, did you want a per push contract or a seasonal contract? He said, I'd love to have a per push a la carte. He goes, send me both, but more than likely I'm going to sign the per push. Now, if I just kept saying, hey, all of our commercial sites are going to seasonal only, I might lose him. But I said, would you be open-minded to a seasonal contract, 5 equal monthly payments? That way you don't have like a small invoice in November and March, and then have 3 giant bills in December, January, and February. And then you get a call from accounting, and then I get a call from you. I said, we all got somebody to report to. Ha, ha, ha. Which way would you like to approach this? Which way is better for you? Oh, I'd rather take the per push. That's how we had it with the last guy. I think that's what we're most comfortable with. Fantastic. Now I know to at least offer both, but at least I know where to steer the conversation to. Okay. Super simple stuff. Hopefully these are like some helpful nuanced tips. I mean, this is just on the phone. If you're not comfortable talking this, easy or whatever you want to call it, like role play, like literally rehearse this stuff in your truck when you guys are driving down the road between sites. Your employees think you're crazy. Who cares? They want to keep getting a paycheck. Daddy's got to sell. Okay. That's how it works. Let's go. All right. This is the stuff that I do all the time, driving all the place when I'm walking in the spirit, just praying, walking and praying and thinking, praying and saying in my brain, and then also saying out loud, because saying in the brain is not the same as saying out loud. Can you guys relate? You know what you're going to say to that pretty girl at the club or the restaurant or the bar. And then when push comes to shove, you come up there and you say, my name's Jeff. Right? It's a little different what you think is going to happen in your brain versus you getting those words out loud. All right. Last but not least, number 3. One was getting your foot in the door. Number 2 was being a good listener. And number 3, again, it goes back to speed. The lady that emailed us, really, really nice gal, her name's Olivia. She had said, thank you so much for the prompt response. You're the first person to email me back. Super appreciate that. Here's what we're looking for, X, Y, and Z. And I went through the same gamut. What are you guys looking for? If you would like to jump on a call, I will be available after 2:30. Just so you know, here's how we run our snow program. Per push or seasonal, 1.5 inch trigger. Per push has different tiers, plus all the services we performed. Seasonal maintenance is just a flat rate pricing for the season divided by 5 months. Please note that I said this. I said it's right next to one, two, three other sites that we do. We're talking like right in my route, and I'm hungry for this. But I'm also trying to play cool hand Luke. One quick note: some of you guys just get too excited. Like, get excited after you hang up the phone. I'm like, oh my god, we do all this and we're growing and we have like 2 new trucks. Like, dude, nobody cares. Be cool hand Luke. I don't need this person. Just like when you're dating, right? Like, the girl that you want is like hard to get, and also the girl wants the guy that's hard to get, right? So say like, hey, we can manage the site, but if you guys want to find somebody else, that's fine too. Okay, they're like, well, no, like we want you. Oh, okay, cool. Well, this is what we do it. Take it or leave it. No, like take it. We want you. Obviously, like there's like a fine line there between being boastful or being cocky, and then also just walking away if that's not a good deal, right? So I just literally said, hey, here's how the snow program works. Which way you guys leaning? What can we help you out with? She hits me back. We would definitely want actually it's the same thing. We want both contracts. Let us know. We'll take a look at both, see what makes sense. She sent me a site map. Here's what we're doing. I said, awesome. I said, actually, we do this site right next to you. We do these 2 sites across the street from you. If you ever want to take a look at our work, please check them out. And that's our business card. Not here to sell you guys or convince us. Convince you that we're the best fit for you. But I'll make sure to get you some quotes, and let's circle back and talk about these early next week. She hit me back. Hey, I'm on PTO both on Monday or something like that, Monday or Tuesday next week. I'm going to be handing this over to my boss. We'll be in touch to communicate further about which way we want to go. But thank you for the timely response. And we had 7 email exchanges back and forth within 15 minutes. Like, she's clearly at the desk on her computer or working from home. I'm clearly on my phone. I was actually on 2 other webinars. One with the guys that are going to be on the panel from Energize, and another with my brother Adam with Brandon Bulls. We were talking about our speech, I guess, that, if you will, that we're going to be giving at the Element Masterminds. So like, I'm actively working. She's actively emailing me. I stop everything for a commercial site. I don't care what it is. Liz knows if we're at date night, if it's between, like 9 to 5, if it's between 9 and 5, not that would be date night, right? But if we're on a date lunch, we're stopping for a commercial site. Right? Like, the world stops for them because you have to be quick. And that's my third tip, is speediness, right? It gets the lady in the office or the guy in the office to stop emailing other vendors. They got a live one. You got a live one. Let's just sell and land the plane. All right. So number 1, sometimes you might have to get a base hit. Number 2, be a good listener. And then number 3, speed is feed, right? Speed in the restaurant industry, they say speed is feed, right? You got to make sure that you're quick and responsive on these bids as they come in. How many of us have, I hate to say it, and it hopefully doesn't poke anybody's a thorn in the side, but how many of us have an ick moment or an ick story about losing a $1, $2, $10, $20, $50, $100, $300,000 job because we didn't turn around a quote fast enough? I got them. I'm sure you guys have them too. So let's make sure that we're not breaking our cardinal rule or cardinal whatever, saying, oh, I'll get this off in an hour or a day or next week. We all know better in today's economy. And for anybody fussing, hey, things are slowing down or money's tight or whatever, and then you couple it with these bad habits of like, hey, I'm going to get a quote to that person the next day or 2 days later, or not even email that commercial lead or residential lead, doesn't matter, for a day or 2. Like, dude, you are toast in today's economy. And if you're in my local market where I'm building my route, and if you're going to have that attitude and you're coming at your business with that kind of mindset, I'm telling you, you're toast in my market because I'm going to eat your lunch, right? Because we are hungry for it. And as much life as I got going on with 2 kids, building a house, keeping my guys, going, figuring out how to energize, equip, a podcast, YouTube, making Instagram posts, TikTok posts, all this mess. If I can take the world and shut it up for 10 seconds to email a commercial quote back, I challenge you that you can too. Okay, I'm not better than anybody. I'm just telling you, I maybe prioritize it or value it because I know the way the game is being played right now. And these tips right here, I'm telling you, will help you land and secure more commercial and residential work. All right. That's what I got for today's podcast episode. Appreciate you guys listening in. New podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you guys are new here, it's all about Lawns Lessons Life. It's all about helping you guys grow a more successful lawn and landscaping business. We're in the thick of it, building our company up here in Detroit, Michigan. I know you guys are out there all across the Free Plain, building yours. I'm praying for you guys every day. I'm pulling for you guys every day. I hope you guys have the most tremendously successful Q4 and fall and winter season you've ever had in your wildest life and your wildest dreams. I pray nothing but blessing over you guys. And I just hope that these tips help enhance your guys' life. If you guys have some questions, some topics, or some ideas that you guys want to share with me that you want me to maybe expound upon for another future podcast, I'd love to hear it. Anything that I can do to help you guys grow, shoot me an email, brianslawmaintenance2007@gmail.com, or hit me up on Instagram with a DM. I got you guys. All right. Don't forget to leave us a rating and review if you guys don't mind on the show. Hit that 5-star, leave us a couple sentences, let us know how we're doing. Check out all our affiliate sponsors. All the links will be in the podcast description, and we appreciate the support there. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and we'll catch up with you guys here at Equip Expo.
You're probably listening to this podcast because you want to get better at the business of lawn care. If you have made the decision to go all in, then the whole ball of wax at lawntrepreneur.academy.com is the fastest route to starting strong and putting your company in the best position for success. The whole ball of wax is everything Brian Fullerton offers, with a few exceptions, at less than half the price of purchasing every training course, program, and resource individually. When you purchase the whole ball of wax, not only do you get instant access to everything on the site, along with a one-on-one coaching call with Brian, you get lifetime updates to all courses, and when new programs come online, those are yours for free. Pause the podcast, go to lawntrepreneur.academy.com, click on the store tab, or use the link in the podcast description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.
Here's a recent episode of the Branded Bull podcast featuring Brian and Adam Fullerton. Make sure to subscribe today.
This is the Branded Bull Podcast, a show dedicated to helping take your business to the next level with winning marketing and branding tips and strategies built for today's competitive world. Ready for your business to make its mark and stand out from the competition? Let's get into it.
Hey guys, Adam Fullerton here with the Branded Bull podcast, where we are all things marketing, branding, and providing those awesome tips to help you grow your small business. And hey, if you guys don't know which day it is, it's Tuesday, and guess what starts tomorrow? Equip over here in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're excited to be back for a second year and to talk to people about what we do and of course what you do, and understanding how your business is set up and how you're looking to grow into the future, and of course where we can step in and help you do just that and bring that vision to life. So that said, guys, this is going to be a super short episode. No crazy tips and tricks on this one, unfortunately. What I will say is if you're going to be at Equip, please come check out our booth. We'll be there talking to people, shaking hands, taking those photos, all those good things. And of course, ask us questions. And I will tell you right now, if you have worked with us here at Branded Bull, you are going to be eligible to join the raffle we will have on site at Equip, which is for a brand new Rode 60 Yeti cooler, $450 Yeti cooler, brand new, beautiful blue color. You can take that home with you from Equip, or if you've flown in, don't worry, we've got you covered. We will ship it out to you free of charge. And this is, again, only for those who have worked with us, or only for those who sign up for services through Branded Bull by the end of the show. So again, this is not about tips and tricks, but hey, we're going to be at Equip. Hey, we're giving away an awesome brand new Yeti cooler. If you worked with us, come check it out. This is just our way of saying thank you for our customers, our clients, and your loyalty. And if you haven't signed up, be sure to sign up before the end of Equip, and you can also join the raffle. Last thing I'll say is actually to win the raffle, you have to, 1, be a client of ours, work with us, right? But also, number 2, come to the booth and get your raffle ticket. That is how you can actually enter the raffle. You have to be, 1, a client or have worked with us, and number 2, come check out the booth, shake our hand, grab your ticket, check out the cooler, and of course, get your entry into the raffle. And hey, you could be the lucky winner. So again, short episode, but guys, come check us out. Come say hi. We'd love to meet you in person. And of course, if you guys ever need help with your branding, your websites, your graphics, come check us out, brandable.com. And of course, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Branded Bull Podcast, the podcast dedicated to giving you expert advice and actionable ideas so that your business can make its mark and stand out from the competition. Like what you heard in today's show? Visit brandedbull.com to see how we can help you achieve your marketing and branding goals. Also, please consider leaving a 5-star review. And again, thanks for listening.